Hello everyone. You are on the Software Developer blog channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Many beginners often ask, what programming language to choose, what to learn, where to start. Today we will compare two really cool programming languages, Java and Python. Python is now famous for the wave of hype and popularity, different from Java, which is still firmly on its feet. We'll compare salaries, syntax, ease of coding, ease of learning for beginners, performance, and more. And you will understand that it is better to teach a novice programmer in order to quickly start earning money and develop in programming. The choice between programming languages often confuses the table for beginners, not to mention the choice between the most popular programming languages. By the way, write in the comments, if you are a beginner, how long have you been choosing a programming language for yourself, or how many times have you switched from one language to another? Python and Java are still vying for the top position as the most popular programming languages. Python has made hype over the past few years, and Java is holding its own very well thanks to the large projects already written in it. Many people say that these languages are perfect, and in fact they are capable of most tasks, but there are key differences that may spur you to choose. Let's start by explaining each language and their key characteristics. Python is a dynamically typed, general-purpose, high-level programming language focused on improving developer productivity and code readability. The syntax of the Python core is minimalistic, but at the same time, the standard library includes a large amount of useful functions. Java, on the other hand, is a strongly typed, object-oriented programming language, which is one of the key differences. Python is dynamically typed. What does that mean? When you write Python code, you don't need to explicitly define the types of variables, as the interpreter will understand those types and the checks will be done at runtime. This results in a simpler syntax that is very similar to plain English. Moreover, Python does not use regular parentheses, but follows the indentation rule. This makes the code easy to read and very beginner-friendly. Java, on the other hand, follows strict syntax rules. It is a statically typed language in which you need to explicitly declare the types of variables. If errors are found, the code will not compile. Therefore, Java is a more difficult language to learn. Python is easier to learn due to its dynamically typed nature and conciseness, making it accessible to many. The next thing I would like to talk about in more detail is popularity. Java and Python are at first glance equally popular in programming, but Python is more productive because requires less code to solve problems. Before the advent of JavaScript, Java was the most popular programming language. In different sources, popularity varies, and let's look at the main thing. There is such a site, TIOB, which evaluates the popularity of a language using its algorithms. The rating is based on the number of vacancies, the number of programmers, number of different training courses, and much more. All search engines are used, including YouTube, to calculate the popularity of a programming language. Python is leading this resource. The thing is that statistics are collected here for the last 15 years. JavaScript is in 7th place here, and Java is in 3rd. You can see that Java is gradually starting to lose its rating, but Python is only adding. Statistics are quite complex and there are many resources with different data, but as you can see, Python is clearly in trend now. Now, indeed, Python, so to speak, is at the peak of its popularity and is gaining momentum very quickly. This is due to the fact that Python is more efficient and saves time when developing applications, as well as due to its versatility. The versatility is easy to demonstrate. For example, the CIA has used it for hacks, Google for web crawls, Pixar for cartoon production, and Spotify for song recommendations. Therefore, he is clearly more popular right now, and we can say that in the next decade his popularity will only grow. The next most important item is work. In fact, work and salaries in both programming languages are plus or minus the same, and even the number of vacancies is about the same. Of course, if you do not live in a major city, it will be much more difficult for you to look for a job, but there is always the option to work remotely. But if you are still considering only the office, then you should look at the vacancies and start only from them. For if there are no companies in your city that develop in Python or Java, then of course it will be more difficult for you. But if there is a choice, then choose a programming language where you see a salary of $200 more in the vacancy. It makes no sense. A programming language is just a tool. Accordingly, choose the one that is more convenient for you. Now let's talk about the speed and efficiency of languages. Java comes with a just-in-time JIT compiler that compiles bytecode to machine code in real time, and therefore can directly call the compiled code. Since the compilation of the code is not interrupted, this improves the speed and efficiency of the development environment. However, in the case of Python, the code is interpreted based on the time variable, which slows down compilation speed at runtime. In addition, since the type of objects is derived from container objects, which take up higher portions of memory, this reduces the speed and efficiency of the language. This makes Python lag behind in terms of performance. The performance difference between Java and Python can be quite significant. A simple binary tree test in Java is a couple of times faster than in Python. But is it faster to write projects in Java? No. Java projects take much longer to write. If you are new to programming, it would be better to learn Python, at least to a minimum level, just because it is really easy and there are many trainings and internships open for it now. And that's all for me. Write your opinions in the comments so that you can add what I didn't say. Thank you all so much for watching. Like this video, see you soon.